We'll be getting started in just a couple minutes here. Just having a chance to wet my whistle before we get started. And just looking at what games need to be played, it looks like, what's this, a Zerf stream? That's absolutely true. I should really have the chat set up to show up on the starting soon page. Not that if I was VODing this onto YouTube, I would put the starting soon section of the stream up. Looks like the JG Mysteries have an awful lot of games to play to get their, well, they have 3 games to play to get their number 3s up. The Fatalities have 2. Everybody else has played 3 games. So it looks like it's going to be the... Oh, that's not true. The... Diamond Cutters have not played against the Fatalities 3 games yet. But, and the Toasters have not played the JG Mysteries. Yes, more chances for them to dominate in the home run rankings. We'll see how that goes. So I'm just trying to figure out which order we're going to play these games in, because I like to try to mix it up a bit, but we'll have to start with JG, and he'll be bookending it for sure, and try to get some more more other games in. And realistically, I want to get probably play for a couple hours here, get a bunch of games in. I'd like to be able to probably stream on Monday as well. Thank you for tweeting out the stream, Aldragon. I'd like to stream on Monday as well and try to get up to maybe 5 games total for everybody except for the Zerf Select, and then just run through some 3-game series with everybody. But worst case scenario, get everybody to 4 games and set it up so that we can at least play some 2-game series in each video, just because we got to get through at least 50 Zerfall only games. If you add everybody else up, I mean, we've played 20 of them, so we have 30 left to go. If everybody had 30 left, we'd be at what, 120, 150 games? Actually, no, because yeah, you might as well just add, say 100. There would have been 150 games total left. So we got to get through some of these games so we can have a finale showing up at the before the MS stream, which I got to figure out still for sure. Let's go ahead and cut this over to the Base Wars stream spot. Wow, that is really hard to read on the chat window. Why don't we... I do like this StreamJar is still thanking people for tweeting. Why don't we... What do we have here? I want a base box. Can I set this opacity maybe? Filter. How do you set opacities in properties? Nope. I guess it's a filter of some kind. Let's see here. Yeah, that's not really... Get this out of here. Remove. Yeah, I guess I have to go to OBS Streamlabs, and just put a background color in. Or I just go add color source. The code for black is all Fs, or all zeros. check this out. What? Now can I give this an opacity? It seems to have the options here. I want three. I can't type it in though. It's weird because it has. This is so dumb. Add custom color? No. So it has the code written in the hex required to include an alpha channel. And so it has an alpha channel set, and it's not letting me change that. You're stuck with FF and then all zeros instead of being able to put like 66000000. Very foolish. No alpha select at all. That's lame. That could have been so easy. Whoops, and then I accidentally deleted the chat. Ugh. Jeez. Louise. Streamlabs. I broke it completely. What's this one even? I don't think that's the chat. Dang it, this was the only scene I think that I had the frickin' chat on. So in deleting it, it's now just gone. Oh well. I doubt anyone's watching this full screen anyways. And if they were, I mean, you weren't able to read it anyways. Let's just get on with it, as some might say. Alright, so let's start with... Let's start here with the, well... They actually have 3 games as well. I'm going to start with the Unstoppables versus the Fatalities. Simply because I'm hoping that it will cause the Unstoppables to spend more money before they face the JG Mysteries next. On the Fatalities, we have Alex. We have Tollpanzer. We have Alex and Tollpanzer. Those are the 2 people on the Fatalities that were MS Bike Ride donors. On the Unstoppables, we have Leandri is our owner, operator, is the CPU. We have Grimmeth, we have Lactotzi, we have Hazel, we have Lethal, and we have Pudro. And that is correct. There's no one I'm missing there. Let's play ball. Let's see how they handle this. The Fatalities are up first. They've got some... Oh, Grimmeth, can you get some haze off here? He got you in the spin cycle. After a good start. Grimmeth, unfortunately, takes a beating. And he's safe on first. The Fatalities seem to have been spending their money on battle gimmicks. I don't know how much that's going to pay off for them. Double play right there. Ends the inning. Smith is up and he's swinging at anything. Unfortunately, the pitcher is on the ball here. Literally. However, that's a single, easily. Martin's up. He's got a good eye on him. His optic unit is working quite well. Unfortunately, the glove was waiting for him out there. And that's a change of the innings already. Tollpanzer, seeing what he can do, manages to find the ground just in front of the second baseman. Makes it to first. Baker's up, cooking up something good. Oh, but it turns out bakers are not good chefs. And that's 3 up, 3 down. I'm just gonna skip through those in between scenes. The extra few seconds eventually will be a full game of baseball. Grimmeth manages to get on base. He doesn't have to look for a revenge fight. Is this going to land? It makes it there, and Grimmeth just gets to second before the ball gets thrown in. 2 on. This is either going to be a good setup here, or it's going to end up being a triple play. Now, luckily this is for Grimmeth, the second baseman, was not at his base yet when the pitcher just lopped the ball. Resulted in a missed opportunity there. Oh, and he's going for home. Can he make it? Oh, no. The T-Bag special came out. And Grimmeth has been stopped. Got a little greedy there. Did not pay off. Lethal. Hoping for a home run here. Send 2 of them home. He just manages to sneak it past that spirograph of a... There you go. A wheelbot. M-cycle. And that's the unfortunate part of them. Sometimes you just gotta stop and change your direction, and they cannot turn on a dime. And with that catch, the inning's over, but the Unstoppables have managed to take an early lead here, although it's only with 1 run. Green's up. Knocks it directly to the pitcher. His new plan did not work out so well for him, I guess. And this looks like it might be a quick inning, unless Robert's got something up his sleeve. And no! Also just bats it right to the pitcher. It says F you. Oh man, the fielders are all over the balls this time. I said that, and then an M cycle showed up. I guess people have been hitting towards the non-M cycles more. That was way gone, Martin. What were you thinking? You weren't thinking. That's your problem. Oh, he risks going for it. 2 tanks against each other. Green's plan here is to throw some haymakers. And it works out. Tollpanzer got his battle gimmick out, but not long enough. And with that little blitzkrieg on third, every runner advanced, and they've got 2 in good position. And with that home run, this lead has been broken wide open, and they have 4 runs now. A little math in my head there. 1 + 3 is 4. Sky's ball goes nowhere near the sky, and he's caught out by the shortstop on his way to first. That happened to the last 2 people there. These people weren't even trying to catch the ball. We are watching. Yeah, we are just getting started, Bobo, and there's not a ton of home run action yet in this game. But the 1 home run that we have had led to 3 runs making it in, so it was a pretty powerful one. And you know what I should do while I'm doing this is pop open a new tab and head over to Streamlabs and get this chat working again. Oh, that lands just short and allows the runners to advance, but you know, you gotta be careful when you get greedy about this. You go for that double when you don't deserve it, and you gotta face a smackdown if you want to survive. Let's get to the widgets here. Chat box. First, copy this. And I gotta throw a little background on here. Background color is, in fact, black. Did I add something in this custom CSS to get rid of this black background? No. So for what reason is it not transparent? Ah, this color for preview purposes only will not be shown in your stream. Well, or will it? Background color. I think I see how this works. Okay. Another scoreless inning there. Oh, that's too bad, Bobo. I'm sorry to hear that everybody was sick. Yeah, our little one's got a cold now too, and we're not sure what it is, because the only symptom seems to be a fever. Other than that, she's running around playing and having a blast. It just gets tired a little easier than normal, so who knows what it is she's caught. Green almost got away with it against green, but instead green has been teabagging green non-stop since the first hay was thrown. Alright, so we need a browser source here. This browser source needs to be called SL Chat, and that ends the inning. Or not the inning, the top of the inning. Boop. That's what that's going to be. And it's going to have a width of, let's say, 400 and a height of 800. Okay. It's pretty close to what we need. I'll just stretch it out here. Oh, that's actually pretty mint. Now, would you call it green with an E, or would you call it green with 3 E's? Oh, and that's another home run. Now I see that I've added this chat now. Let's just throw a test into chat here myself as this home run happens. I'm not logged in this window, so I got to go over here, type it here instead. Yes, it's working. Very good. Now. Well, that was still a pretty quick inning, even though there was 1 run added for the Unstoppables. Properties. Custom CSS. Background color. RGBA 000.3. Okay. That made it a little darker. Let's make this 0.5 instead. Call it a day. A green with an E. Greeny. Greeny. The first 2 are assumed. I can't remember. There was something on Comedy Bang Bang in the last couple of weeks where somebody was talking about something with an extra letter, and they made sure to include every letter, every copy of that letter when they said with a. Now it's time for one more test here. A longer test. This is a longer test, everyone. That background is not enough. What if we make it 1? Oh, it flashes for a second, then it goes away. Streamlabs is clearly overriding my background. I'm just gonna throw. This is how you get them. Important. Haha! Got him. So a little hot tip for everybody. Ooh, a big fight here. But Roberts with the butt bounces, man. He's just going all out. In CSS, if you ever have to use it and something's overwriting what you've written in CSS, just add an exclamation point important to your CSS line. And you'll get a man running home, and you'll get your stuff overwriting everything else unless they also have an important. Importance override the cascades. Is this going to hit the field? It does, and that's another man in. You just got to spell it out all the way there. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even bother with the 10th anniversary, although it sounds like it was pretty good. I was like, 10 hours? Get out of here. And that would have been a triple play if it wasn't already the 3rd out. If everything is important, it acts normal. It's just like if you highlight everything on a page, nothing's highlighted. The Comedy Bang Bang had a 10th anniversary special, and to do so, they had the longest podcast episode ever with a 10-hour episode. I would say, why wouldn't... I mean, I understand why they went for 10, but if you're going for a long, non-stop recording of something, you might as well do 12 hours and raise money for the MS Bike Ride race to raise money for the MS Society of Canada. That's all I'm saying. I actually deal with, I know it's not the most interesting topic. I deal with a lot of CSS at work. It's one of my trades. And I've learned a lot of tricks for making things work when they're not supposed to. And it's not the right way to do things, but it renders right on the internet, so we do it anyways. Hazel here has a pretty good eye. Although that swing wasn't the best. Stanley doesn't get out his battle gimmick, and so... Or rather, like Tootsie doesn't have any weapons, so his dropkick is not worth it. Oh, Hazel! With his speedy butt bounces, taking Stanley down, showing him that two can play at this stance. Recital. That's a phrase that people use. Unfortunately, double play quickly ends the advantage they had there. Although with only 2 innings left, the chance of the fatalities getting an 8-run comeback are getting slimmer by the minute. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little more opacity to this while we're here. Okay, there we go. Chat should be relatively easy to read now. Next time I'll make sure to get more of a drop shadow on that. I think that'll help keep us from having to fade everything out to make it show, but we've got 1 full inning left. 2 halves. That's how math works, in case you're wondering. 2 halves do make a whole. So we have 1 full inning left here. I suspect there's a chance, a very small chance, that 8 runs happen. Oh man, he could have tagged up and just kept running. Luckily, the robots find that unsportsmanlike, and so they just wait. I don't put an opaque black mask. This is why I was talking about CSS. I added to the browser source a bit of CSS that says the body's background is black, but only at 40% opacity. Half halves are full. Hey, they're three halves. It's just because it's not writing the quarters properly, because really it should be quarter halves, depending on how they bred. So comes to an end our first game, the FU game, the first FU game of the night. And the Unstoppables were not stopped by the fatalities. And that gets them a little bit better in the rankings here, I think, if we look. Yeah, they just need 2 more wins. So, unfortunately for them, they're going to be playing the JG Mystery soon. But before we do that... Well, that's the fatalities again there. Well, I mean, we might as well do it in this order. So, the Toasters are going to be taking on the JG Mysteries. Good luck. You're going to need it. We got Arthresh, we've got Sandwich, we got Atomic Toast. I believe that is the everybody on that team. Yep. On the JG Mysteries, one of the most stacked teams on the league, we got Mysterious JG, the owner, the pitcher. We got Kraken, we got Bobo. This could take a while. It depends on how many home runs are hit. We got Wit. We got Mr. Schultz. We got Stone Con. We got Travis. Everybody hanging out on one super team here. The only team to take down the human player so far. And JG showing off his fancy pitcher upgrades right from the start. He manages to hit that little screwball pitch, but dings it into foul territory right away. And that's 3 up, 3 down. Although I will say this. Each one of the batters caught a piece of the ball, even if it didn't go well for them. Can Mysterious JG bat as good as he pitches? I mean, that wasn't a bad hit. He just managed to get under it. Kraken here with his fire gun goes to hit one out of the park. I gotta start asking more questions when that sort of thing's happening. With the new JG Mystery home run rules in effect, that's the only home run animation you're going to see this inning, despite the fact that there will most certainly be more home runs. Although, if the Toasters somehow manage to stop the JGs in their tracks, I would be very impressed. Wouldn't you? That's a pretty big pop-up if they manage to get under it. But no, sadly, it's an M cycle that just can't decide where to go. But it's going to turn into a fight? No, he makes it safe to third. Oh, fill it up with video game people. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all. Ooh, skims along the ground, but the ref says it only cut some grass. It didn't touch the dirt, so that's an out. They limit them to 4 runs in the first inning. I believe the Toasters normally fall apart around the third, where everybody has a massive, massive round against them, except for a certain team. And we'll see if their trend holds true here. Arnold getting tricked by the same pitch twice in a row. Hey Arnold, pay attention. JG tries the other pitch, but over the plate. Arnold grabs a piece of it, but gets caught out. Sandwich is up. Manages to get on base. Can the rest of his team take advantage of this momentum here? Brown knocking it to roughly the same position, and it works for them again. Do that 2 more times and you got yourself a run. That's a foul. Luckily the catcher didn't just snag it out of the air. Atomic Toast, good eye on that one. That is going to get caught though, and that ends the inning. And all their hopes of keeping it a tie game going. Kid's sister. We'll call her a femme fatale bot. That is getting out of here. That bot was... I don't know if that showed up on the stream very well, but that bot was spazzing out against the wall trying to stop it. They haven't hit 10 runs yet though, so we'll give them this one. I managed to get one passed on Travis. Oh, I think he caught that using the flashing icon above his head. But they'll take what they can get. That's two pops, not even pop-ups, just like drives that aren't on the ground. And 3 out in a row. With a little bit of luck, they've kept the score within shooting distance with 5 runs. He managed to catch it, but it appears to have... Oh no, it wasn't out. Didn't sound like he said out, but... Hill, you have a battle gimmick. You gotta start using it. Our Thresh is up here. Barely connects. Goes foul. Manages to keep it away from the catcher, though. Ooh, he got tricked out by that one. He was standing in the right spot and he moved away. It's not a bad hit. And managed to find the ground. He's safe on first. Jackson's up. Ooh, hit it right to the third baseman. That's 3 out. Time for a change. Bobo starting off the inning. And a little tricked up by that one pitch, but then he answers it with a home run. Lucky for Bobo, he's the first hit of the inning, so he gets his animation. Wit is up. Wit is out? No, that guy was running nowhere near where the ball was going. Poor planning on his part. Luckily, if you don't have to move to catch the ball, it's easy to do. That's going to be a fight. Fire gun versus battle gimmick, and nobody uses their weapons. His gun hand is all for show. Jazz hands. That looks like it might be going out of the park. And it is. Whoever's on first here wanted to give... do I know? No. It's a random CPU bot, but he wanted to give the runner a good chance by letting them gain some extra hit points there before the fight started. They just held on to the ball. I thought they weren't going to pass it along. And that is 3 outs. Time to change. How much damage is done? 9. The JG Mysteries get 1 more home run animation before we cut them off. Something about Newton has JG scared to throw a good pitch. And it looks like it might be his shoulder upgrades. JG knew if he put one over the plate, he'd be hitting a home run. But he was forced to do so after 3 balls. Balls. Hey Shaman, welcome to the stream. Here, Arnold is always getting caught out by these fancy pitches. Someone's got to wipe some dirt off his optic sensors there. He really was swinging at nothing. Your team hasn't been up yet, I don't think. In this set. You guys were up by 1, I think, on having 3 games played, so I'm pretty sure you're caught up. It's going to be just a little bit before we get to you, but I suspect we'll get at least 1 round in this night. Luckily, I've got Alt here to be my temporary memory for what's going on. Oh, he almost had that. Now this is going to be a fight. And this is a fire gun versus some... Oh, he's hayed himself right into butt bounce territory. And got his head cracked. Yes, it was the FU game when it was Fatalities versus the Unstoppables, as the game decided to call it. I managed to keep him on 3rd. But he's in scoring position with only 2 outs. Now, White, for some reason, swung at that. I don't know why, but they should have probably kept trying that scenario, or that strategy. Oh, I was supposed to give him that one. Well, too bad. You get too many home runs as it is. You don't get to see them all. Now I sound like a big jerk, but it's actually just an accident. You know what? I probably could have even just myself set something up ahead of time so that I could easily just type in, oh yeah, here's the who won, who lost. Let's keep it on screen so I know what the heck's going on. That's out of here. And even with the turbo button, you still sometimes get some of that music. What are you doing? He's like purposely missing the ball so that there can be a fight. You gotta be spinning to win. Against an Iron Glove, you can't just rely on your punches. Now, had there not been an Iron Glove, or there had been an Iron Glove on both sides, that would have been a different story, but come on. JG's back up. They're up to 16 points now. They were at only 9 when the inning started. I got room at the bottom of this too, actually, to have like a little score ticker and stuff. You could put the games that have been played so far. Actually, does anyone remember what the Does anyone remember what the score was for the last game? This is not going to be a 17-inning game, I don't think, but it might be the same length based on the amount of home runs we're going to have to watch. Oh, and Atomic Toast just destroyed! Didn't get a single punch off, it looked like. Score scroll. Lee at least gets a couple punches off against Morgan, but Morgan is just destroying people. So let's select a font here. We're going to use Zerfall, as we use for everything around here. And it was the fatalities. What, 1? 0. Let's put loss. Unstoppables. Win. A lot. 0. Peep character. Oh, I let the home run play because I'm busy typing stuff in. Text transform, none. Alignment left. Where's my... I thought they had a scroll option on this thing. Well, now they've taken it out. For its use to scroll for sure. Marquee, yes. Hey, they only got one point that inning. That's pretty impressive. Can I add a marquee? No. Appreciated. Text, free type 2. Let's try this. More text. This can read from a file and stuff, but looks like it does the same thing. Cancel. More text. You're out of here. Where's the delete button? Remove. Yeah, I totally did too, so I'm sure they've either put it in under a filter now or something. Scroll, there we go. Okay. Close. There we go, and then we just go into... Oh man, they just got more slaughtered. We turn on custom text extents. Width. It's gonna be like 1,000. Does that seem about right? No, it's gonna be more like 1,200. Hey, 1325 is perfect. The height only needs to be like 50. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Can I utilize emotes? I don't know if I can. I mean, I'm sure I can use like Unicode emotes. Oh, let's see. Robot emoji. Robot face. Oh man, this robot face looks like it has sports stripes. You don't get it. Oh, but you know what? Zerfall does not contain any emojis as they were not around at the time. It puts in a little box character instead. Oh, he tries to use the gun, the fool! Sandwich comes in with his spinny butt and just holds that B button down. You're out. Robots, they can lose by a lot. Robots, their emoji does not work for Zerf. robots. They are saddened by their lack of emotion. Brown has been taken down. Runner on second. Do you know what? I should actually, in this, put game one. Is that caught out? He caught him. That's the end of the inning. Game one. I'm going to keep separating them by this robot emoji, even though it's not showing up. Just because you guys know it's there. I know it's there. When new people join chat, they won't know it's there, but it'll be our little secret. It's like the secret little little tree or bush that Bob Ross might paint somewhere. But only it's only there for you and I. Yeah, I might pick up a copy of Slapstick if I see it on eBay or something. There's a quick double play there. Maybe the real robot face emoji is the friends we made along the way. I feel like the Toasters might be saying that about home runs too. Though Arthresh managed to lay the smackdown there on that one. See, that's the thing. If you buy an imported game that's already over here, it costs a ton of money. But if you import it yourself, it doesn't cost very much. Oh, the fool! He went full on into the wall there, and it scrambled his circuitry. That was almost an in-the-park home run. Man, and you know what? I don't own a copy of Tecmo Secret of the Stars, but I rented a copy one time when I was probably about 13. My grandmother needed the walls and ceiling in her breezeway painted. And I was the one that was tasked with this. But I was allowed to bring the Super Nintendo, and because I was just staying over there while I was doing it, and rent a game, and I rented Tecmo Secret of the Stars, and it was amazingly fun because my grandma didn't make me work all that hard during the day. As soon as dinner was done, I was just allowed to play Super Nintendo as late as I wanted to stay up in the basement there. So it was pretty cool. But it is not a $75 memory. With one out, and Arthresh up here. Never mind, he luckily is safe because of some foolish play by the robots there. Oh, and I gotta mention this to JG because he may find this interesting. What was the game? There was one that, oh. Lufia 2, I think they were doing a bunch of races. Hey, they've gotten enough on base to push them around. Everything, they just got to get 22 more runs and everything will be good. And so the guys at the bottom left there, those animations seem to be a spread or something, because when you have people on every base and then someone hits the ball, there is a lot of slowdown, but that ends the inning. Unfortunately, they had so many people ready to score and they couldn't capitalize on it. But there's a game that they added a randomizer to, and that was the one that I wanted to talk to him about. What was it? I saw it yesterday. Geez, they pretty much had just announced it. It was like a brand new... Oh, it was, Illusion of Gaia? Because he's LP'd that. They've added a randomizer to it so the items are randomized everywhere. So I thought of him because of his LP of that, and I think that he would be even more annoyed at that game trying to find what he needed to advance. Oh no, you were right next to where you needed to be, and instead there's going to be at least 2 runs. could have been 3. Probably could have been 4. Yeah, I feel like their randomizers are really... Oh, they're gone. Another 2 runs here. They're really for people that have played the game so much that they're just like, I can't not beat this game with my eyes closed. Let's make it more interesting. BSPN? Hey Travis, how's it going? 8-1. Zobbles had 8, and it was 0, eh? Okay, so now I can fix this scroll. Thank you for doing that. It's unfortunately this robot emoji isn't showing up, but the 8 definitely will. And it's gonna... hopefully it's less than 30 for the... Never mind! Just... GG. The horse is already dead. Stop beating it. Although with the randomizer for that game, they added one that was... instead of having to beat the game, you just have to collect a certain number of gems. And then talk to the jeweler, and they're just like, yeah, you won. They're bringing this on themselves. Although if he gets on this base, he's going to go out because the other guy hasn't started running. And that's the first time I've ever seen the AI do that. It's like they want to end the game. They're like, we can't... We're programmed for no mercy. So we can't stop swinging the bat. But, I think it was less that they won by so much and more that they won by so much and then kept celebrating their goals like they were amazing achievements or something like that. I haven't seen any of the actual footage, but... Well... There's only 2 outs. By the rules of baseball, there was still a chance that they could win. But that chance is now over. So, let's throw this into the score scroll. 32-2 for the JG Mysteries. And it was the Toasters will have 2 robot emoji. No, not robot emoji yet. This is, we gotta get game 2. Toasters 2. JG Mysteries 32. Robot emoji space. Now, that doesn't seem to be working quite well. Let's edit this a little more. Wrap is off. That almost works. Dailies and stoppables. This scroll really isn't working well. So I think what you have to do is go into the properties. Go into the filters. In the scroll, you limit the width. Ah, I see how this works. And the width will be 1325, I believe. And then it almost works. Close, and then in the actual one, we turn off wrap and we turn off limit this. I go to the text and it turns out this robot emoji causes a bit of a mix-up here, so we got to put 3 spaces in. And there we go. And you can kind of see that there is something going on with that robot emoji, but it's definitely not a robot. Or robots. No, I'm going to click this link here. What's this? Oh, yeah, but then they didn't end up winning the championship, though, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they lost in the end. The F stands for Zerfall. Press F for Zerfall. All right, let's get into another game here. We got to get some of these under our belts here if we want to have any chance of getting somewhere with them. All right, so the games we have left to play here are Fatalities versus the D's, Unstoppables versus JG. Who just played the Unstoppables? No, the JGs and the Toasters. So the Fatalities and the D's, if we play them, there's no way we're not going to have someone playing twice. So we just had JG play. So we might as well space him out as much as we can here. He's going to be playing 2 more games though. But let us put the Fatalities against the Diamond Cutters. Fatalities. Owner Alex. Alex is the right fielder as well, actually. One of the few owners that doesn't set themselves as the pitcher. Toll Panzer is also on this team. And we have the Diamond Cutters, starring Shaman, who's in chat right now, and J2 John Jeremy, and of course Coleman, the camp stove turned right fielder. There's quite a few members of this team that used to be other types of bots, but have come to this league to try to, you know, change things around after, what was it that they struck it big on a mining asteroid? Where's the chat? Why is the chat not showing up? There it is. We're number 3. We're number 3. I don't know why. Maybe it showed up and went away and I just didn't notice before it faded. Oh, fights off the bat here. Right, trying to get fancy with his attacks here. He had Turner dead to rights with, he could have used either the gimmick or the drop kicks. He was just a little bit too far up on him. And ended up just falling apart there. Tried to show off too much. Ooh, barely catches it. A good eye here on Brooks. Coal mining turned into diamond mining, turned into a dream of baseball. Oh, and with that, but he runs for it and gets in a fight here. He's trying to use drop kicks, but when you throw a drop kick, you're going to get a haymaker thrown right back at you. And I understand that haymakers are actually a type of punch, but these guys say hay, and they've got to make hay when the sun shines. Well, the score is tied at 0-0. Still anybody's ball game. It's just a little bit north of where it needs to be. The baseball diamond is, of course, oriented according to Feng Shui, which says that the second base and the home plate should fall along magnetic north. Ooh, and a double play puts a stop to that offensive, and if this gets caught, it'll be the end of the inning. Barely catches it by his wheel, kicks it up to his glove, and that's all she wrote. Well, actually, it's not all she wrote. There's another half this inning. This could be a 17-inning game. Oh, but it won't be. Unless there's some scoring on the other side here. We've got a home run on our hands. I'll have to look at the replay later to see who that was, but Diamond cutters. With quality shoulders. The quality you can, the type of shoulders you can buy with diamond money. You thought you were going to see that whole animation, but I picked up my controller in time. 1 per inning. Ever since the JG Mysteries came along and enforced that rule. Shaman hits it with enough power to get it out of the field, but it goes directly to the pitcher. This inning is not over yet, though. Oh, that looks like a pretty good one. It should be bouncing off the back wall. Yep. And they're going to make it at least a double. Are they going to try for the triple? No. Brooks with a pop-up. If they don't get under this, it could be 2 points. And they do go for it. However, it's caught in time. Roberts can't get his butt bounces off fast enough, as he has in the past, and Black just spins all over him. Scores. It is now 4-0. Another big hit. That one might be out of here. It certainly is. J2 John Jeremy. Not quite sure if he wants to take a swing at these. Manages to get a single. And yes, AI bots don't fall for the battle gimmick. But they don't use it well either. With the speed with which they use it. They might work on human players, but they always leave a gap in their buttons press speed, I guess. That's another home run. And the Diamond Cutters are making this look like the JG Mysteries are playing. That one bounces off the wall. This bot is scuttering everywhere trying to figure out how to pick it up. Shaman's back up. Second time this inning. This time he gets a bit of the ball. Turner is hanging it up. Toll Panzer gets beat down. Unfortunately for him, he did not have enough hay to feed his horsepower. That's another run. Oh, if he had caught that, it would have been the end of the inning, but no. With 2 outs, they're still going strong. The pressure is on, and that's all they needed to perform until this moment. Green with 3 eases up. Hits it foul. Oh, someone's scared of pitching it to Warren for some reason. And he manages to get it just inside enough that he can't get a good hit of the ball. And Warren is not looking good. He ran way too soon on this. And ended up with not enough hit points to stand up to the combos being thrown at him. Phobia of W's. Get him away. And depending on how the Diamond Cutters score here, if they get 10, we can start getting a piece of binary code in the score. Already over 10 innings, or 10 runs. You get no more animations, unfortunately. Those are the breaks. Didn't try for third. Oh, with that little quick grab, managed to get a double playoff. They may be able to keep this to a 1-run inning. Oh, just a little bit too far up. Same problem that all the bots have. Someone needs to go in and do a little tuning on every robot in this game, as they only catch the ball if it's going fast enough that it should get past them. And there's Shaman, makes up for his last couple of at-bats by getting a 3-run home run. You get 1 per inning, and you get none after 10. It's not our fault you used up all your runs in the first inning. The problem is they weren't scoring these double-digit scores earlier on, so JG ruined it for everybody. Your protest is brought under advisement and ignored. Jones is here trying to spin, but he can't spin as fast as J2 John Jeremy. Nobody can make his wheels work as quickly as J2. Coleman, don't let him down. He made it all the way to second. Ooh, and it just went right to the catcher. Only 8 only 8 runs that inning. That should have been an easy pop-up catch, but instead a little bit of dancing around the ball. M cycles don't seem to understand how their brakes work. They can never slow it down. Perhaps the extra weight of the brakes was thought to be bad for their base running speed, and they were just removed. Ooh. Saved by the fact that the second baseman wasn't even there yet. We're going to see at least one fight here. Black is choosing not to turn on his super move, and it costs him the out. Bases are now loaded. Baker's up to bat. With that pop-up, I think we're going to see a triple play. No! He drops it, and they get a run in. The fatalities are now on the board. Stanley, one of the strongest fighters in the league in the first half of the season. Oh, and this looks like they might get a double. Yes, 2 runs in. Pardon me. Another runner in scoring position. What's scoring position considered? Third base or second and third? I guess it depends on the type of league you're in. They don't manage to get back fast enough. And that double play ends the inning for them. They had a pretty good streak going there. If they can get a few more performances like the first inning and a few more performances on the defense as the first inning and a few more performances on the offense of that inning, they do have a chance. Ooh, couldn't get the double play off, but that was a good catch before the ball snuck past him. That looks like it might be out of here. No! It's up against the wall. They're going for the double. Are they going to go for the triple? No, they're not greedy enough. Get more greedy. Uh-oh. They should have thrown that to second. They could have gotten 2 outs, but they went for the third, trying to get the triple play. And that has cost them another 3 runs against them. That one's right out of the park. Well, not out of the park, out of the field. Drops just in time to stay out of the glove of the left fielder. But that ends the inning there. So, despite a good showing by the fatalities in the 4th inning, the Diamond Cutters managed to extend their lead by 1 more run. Oh, they managed to get 1 runner on base. Back to the top of the lineup, Alex. A little... barely catches it with the ball and ticks it up in the air. Gets caught out. Luckily the runner on first can return in time. And that looks like an easy double. Oh, he went for it, the fool. But is he a fool? He got his butt stomp on in time, and now he's just showboating. For somebody that's down by nearly 20 runs, that's a little bit uncalled for. Especially when his next batter, teammate, strikes out. Now, luckily for the Diamond Cutters, every time you get home, you get 50 hit points, and every home run you hit, you get 100. So their repair bill isn't going to be too bad, regardless of what happens in some of these fights. Now, they're both just dancing next to each other here. Both of them have engines to return their hit points, although Coleman's is not quite as strong. He seems to be perfectly willing to just wait here in this pattern until his strength is returned to him. They're like two amazing kung fu fighters who each are blocking the other's attack, dodging gracefully, while they both just try the same 1-2 punch over and over and over again. Oh! Coleman is the first to fall out of the dance. He could not keep it. His stamina did not let him maintain the same spin ratio, and he takes a knock into his noggin. We have another fight going on here. Hayes versus Spins. Spins win. Although we did hear a poor attempt at a hay right at the end there by Gibson. Stoves were not made for the dance. Oh, they keep him from getting a second there. Don't even know who caught that ball. It was off camera. Two strikes and there's 2 outs already. Shaman manages to catch the ball and it looks like it might be going out of the park. We'll never know where that ball landed. Tries to let another fight happen there on second, but the ball landed too late for that throw to work. And this might be another home run. This is not going to go out of the park, but will it get caught? No. We will have a fight on our hands, though. Stanley adds another win to his... Well, another notch to his belt here. He's... He's the only person getting outs that inning. Smart not to run to second. Here comes Baker with his battle gimmick. Hoping to do something. Oof. Gets a little bit of pepper on that pitch and he couldn't handle it. Ooh. They seem to be a little bit confused as to what they should do here. And it doesn't end up working out for Tolpanzer. Yeah, Stanley had fallen in the rankings, but it looks like he might be moving his way back up a little bit. Oof. He might have been where he needed to be, and he chose to overcompensate, trying to correct. But that, with the slowdown, Matrix style, the catcher manages to end that inning, even though the bases were loaded. The fatalities keep getting in a very good position to try to get... That ball was nowhere near the plate. But somehow it worked. J2 finding nothing. Gets caught out in the middle of center field. With a quick double play there, that's 3 up, 3 down. Not in the sense of the pitcher getting them out right away, but it did not work out well for them. Sorry, Wheels. It turns out that it's just too hard for the pitcher to get under the ball if he's an M cycle. But that double play makes up for it. Wright is hoping things don't go wrong. He could have easily run to second base there. Panzer gonna get caught out. It just went right to the second baseman. Gibson's up, looking to extend this lead into the 30s, if possible. Gets himself on base, ready to be sent home. But with this pop-up, if it wasn't... Look at him. He was just like, you know what? Don't even bother going for the ball anymore. I got it. Get out of here. Ooh. Ooh! The runner on third chose not to go. And as much as Turner has won this fight, he got himself out by touching the base at the same time as another robot. One bot per bag, as the old saying goes. There's going to be a fight here for getting home. Gibson choosing to try to use Hayes. Will it work out for him? No! He almost had it, but he couldn't get the last check off in time. Hi, Troll Panzer. Welcome to the stream. Oof is right. Things are not going so well. There's been a real sort of line drawn here where certain teams are kind of having us now. Although, if I recall correctly, and I'll check on this after this game, the Fatalities or the Toasters, one of the two of them, are just hoarding their money instead of maybe they're waiting for next season. They're gonna bring in some new blood. They have enough income for it. We're only in the 7th here. We might see a score in the 40s. I should just tape down this A button so that it automatically skips through all these scenes. Though you never know when a home run might come from the Fatalities. Oh, he's going for home. And Roberts, once again, stops the run from getting in. I was like, why is he going for that? But then I realized the inning was over. Another 8 runs. Top of the 8th. Sneaks it past the pitcher there. The answer agrees. Yeah. Ooh, it was all just a setup. Now, in this game it doesn't work, but in real baseball, if you drop a easy to catch fly in the infield, to try to get like a double play because nobody was running because they didn't want to lead off, you get penalized for that. I didn't realize that was a thing. You could get an at-bat next inning if you let them score enough points. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're at the bottom. Oh, yes, you guys are up right now. Yeah, you only need... I mean, you're not out yet. There's still a real chance of getting the 40s here. That was pretty close, though. He's standing a little further down to the right. You'd, Oh, how's this fight gonna go? Gibson's not gonna have very many hit points at all. He was not able to do anything about it. Roberts, with his I mean, he might be getting on the score chart soon for number of combats. Number of combats won. He's been going to town on people. I feel like you guys are just setting them up for another triple play, though. Every time I think that they've got something going for them. Pardon me, I just needed to wet my whistle. And it looks like that ends it. So, let's get this onto the chart here before it's too late. Cancel that. That was chat. I want to get into my score scroll. So we have the fatalities. Wait, this is game 3 tonight. Fatalities with a much more respectable 4 points compared to last time. And you know what? I think we don't need this here. It's kind of understood that. There we go. And we have the diamond cutters with a commendable 37 points. A robot emoji. All right, let's check out the parts shop here. Which team is the team that's not spending their money? I mean, the Unstoppables are sitting on more money than they should be. I don't think there's anything that costs 30,000 they might be saving up for. And you know what? The Toasters have spent their money. They were sitting on nearly 90,000 last time I checked on them, and they've spent a bunch of this cash. Robot data. What do we got here? Let's see what their picture looks like now. They've put nothing on their picture, so where did this money go? Nothing on their left fielder. What's their first baseman look like? A battle gimmick. Okay, nothing too impressive yet. Arthresh has a laser gun. They've been saving up for some pretty sweet weapons. Jackson's got nothing. Newton. No force behind him. Arnold. Nothing. Did they blow all their money on just a laser gun? If you're not winning, you can't afford these types of guns. I think that was everybody. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out for him. Fire guns don't work well, but laser guns, if you just hold them down, you win. The AI does not just hold them down. Do you know what? We're going to throw down a quick save state here, just to make sure things don't get messed up. Alright, play ball. Who has to play here? The Unstoppables and the Fatalities again. Okay, so JG versus the Unstoppables. Unstoppables with Leandri is the owner. We've got Grimmeth, Lactotzi, Hazel, Lethal, Pudro. Mysterious JGs, of course, with Mysterious JG listed 3 times in this team. Kraken, Bobo, Mr. Schultz, StoneCon, and Travis. And of course, Wit is here to play. Once the inning's done, once the season's done, they may go on to have other adventures. And they managed to hit JG's patented super fastball, but somehow it just gets caught. JG lobs him a easy hit, and he chooses to not believe it could be possible that JG would throw such a perfect shot for him. But now he knows they're all going to go over the plate. Still can't get his bat to hit him. Grimmeth is up. That JG fastball is making it hard. He wants to hit a home run here to get them on the board with an okay score for the first inning. It's probably the last chance here. Oh, it got caught by Mysterious JG to end the inning. Mysterious JG is up, and he is going to show how it's done. Unfortunately, he gets his little display. Home run. He just had to show off. But you know what? If they get one more out here... Oh, that's out of the park. I was going to say they're going to hold it to 1 run. Looks like they're going to be at least 2 runs. This one should be caught, but that robot is a little bit panicky. Still managed to get under it, even with his shaky legs. Well, with this pace going, we might actually see some home run text on the screen here for JG more than normal. He's been throwing an awful lot of balls. He's bringing out all the fancy pitches here against Latozzi. He had a full card there and had to give him something he could swing at. Hazel's up. What's JG so scared of? Nobody's quite sure. The single is hit from a pop-up that got let dropped. Lethal. How did he catch it? Nobody knows. The AI never plays that well. But it does when it's against Lethal for some reason. What's with all these balls? Who's throwing all these balls? What game is this? Oh, Lactotzi, you would have had it if you got that one combo off, but you just threw one little punch, one little jab to try to... He was doing a teabag at the end. Did you see that? He was trying to pretend like he was sportsman, just beating him up while he was down. And then he gave him the old butt bounce. If he had gotten under that, it would have been an easy double play. But unfortunately, for some reason he threw to first. Travis up with his fire gun. Not caught out. Mysterious JG, that pop-up is not going out of the park, but if it lands on the ground, that's one more run. Wasting runs on non-home run animations. He might not see another one this game. Oh, and with that double play, there's out. Should have gone to second, made the wrong call, but it worked out for them. They've managed to hold them at bay. They only have 4 runs. Boudreaux's up. It's very hard to see where this fastball is going to go. And somehow, even though it just blew through the bat and went into the catcher's glove, it still counts as an out. A good hit here. It's probably going to come down. Yep. Oh, he's going for it, though. Dangerous move if he's not going to throw out the spin to win wheel, and he did not. Speaking of sports ball games, I was walking through the wall. There's a mall that we have here that you have to kind of go through the Walmart to get to the food court. I was going through the Walmart. What were you swinging at there, Green, with no E? No E for no eyeball. Anyways, there was a box of basketballs, and it just said on it, sports balls. And I think it was the name of the company that made the basketballs. But come on. And we got a box of some of those sports balls over there. This is where we need to have multiple a league where we can have multiple games happening on different computers, and then you have, as games happen on other channels, you cut over to them for some highlights during the in between the innings, and then you know, you get some scrolls going on the bottom. Oh, did you see over in the Mutant Baseball League, we've got other scores going on. Oh, manages to keep it out of the catcher's glove there. Oh, he was standing there so confidently, I was sure he was going to catch it out. But no, he let it drop. Oh, he got him with the screwball. He knows it's working. He's probably going to try it again. No. Throw something he knows is going to be a ball. Hits it. If this drops, it could be big. Oh, it did not. Still, the Unstoppables have been putting up the best show against the JG Mysteries we've seen in a while. Ooh, he manages to get the right parabolic arc to his turn. Catches him out. They're not scoring, but they're not out of the game yet, like most teams would be. Oh, can you get to it fast enough? Or slow enough that he tries to go home and then you can get in a fight. The pitcher chasing after the ball, not trusting it to be thrown into the right glove. Oh, if this is caught, why are they running? They got lucky that landed. Good eye there on Travis. 2 balls. Oh, just missed it. If he had caught that, it would have been good, but instead, this double is turning into a triple. And 2 runs have gotten in. Mysterious JG's up. He hits it deep into right field. Gets it past the fielder for a double. The JG Mysteries seem to have remembered what it is that makes them so uncanny. And they're just going to town here again. Bobo ruins it for everybody. They made up for the last inning, and they now have an average of 2 runs per inning again. Hazel with a little pop-up. Too many robots in the way. There was no way that was going to land. Speaking of felines, Lethal Feline is up. Oh, he tries the curveball, comes back in. Just goes far enough to get caught by the second baseman. That one manages to land, but he goes for it for some reason. Prudro thinks he can take on the iron glove of Morgan, and he almost does, but he just couldn't get enough combos off. He did get 2 combos in a row, though, there that almost made it turn around. Sorry, Bobo. Well, that looks like a solid hit. It's going to hit the wall, though. No, he gets caught out. An M-Cycle manages to get in the way. It's amazing. Caught out. Oh, can he get under it? He does. And that is 3 up, 3 down for the Mysterious JGs. Unstoppables. Looking to turn things around here now that we're more than halfway through the game. They always plan to trail at the half, thus deepening the inevitable humiliation of the JG Mysteries. Or so I've heard. Oh, I managed to turn down my headset all the way there. Martin took a desperation swing there and it went foul. And then, unfortunately, couldn't get down to the ground fast enough. Caught out. 3 up, 3 down. Back to the JG Mysteries. They're looking to get their average back to 2 in this one. And there's 1. Oh, they should have gotten 1 there. Oh, well, I guess I'll give them this one. That's not going out. I'll give them the next one. There, this one's more dramatic anyways because 2 people are coming in. Do you know what would be amazing if when you got the Grand Slam style home run, if instead of saying home run or Grand Slam, it just said nice home run? There's something just very... Hey, if you guys want to take over doing this league, you're welcome to do it. JG has the Iron Glove advantage. Gets over comboed by green here. 1 E is enough. 2 E's is enough to stop him. Or no E's, depending on how you look at it. Anyways, there's just something so 80s Japanese video game of nice home run that would be good. Oh, Kraken gets out the fire gun, and Lactotzi tries to get a little close to him. So he stomps him out. Safe on third. Let's send that ball back to home first base for some reason. This is just high enough to get out of the park, or out of the field. Ah, you thought I was going to miss it. Is there an exception? For every team except for the JG Mysteries, there is an exception to this rule. And it's if I remember that I have chosen to do that. The JG Mysteries have gotten combined too many runs. We might give them 1 per game if they start getting more Grand Slams. They've upped their average this much. They got to get 0 next turn if they want to keep their average of 2 alive. Grimmith up. Grimmith has been a home run hero in the games in the past, but this time he just hasn't been able to find the ball where he wants it. JG seems to know where his weak spot is and is pitching there for massive damage. And that one hit that just happens to go right to where the second baseman stands while he's waiting seems to keep coming up based on the... Alright, JG, calm down there. A little bit shaken. You picture the face. He's programmed too well to take the damage. He dodges it. So it counts as a ball or a strike depending on what happens. If he's crowding the plate a little too much. But he never gets hit by a pitch for the free run. You're a robot. You won't die from 1 hit to the head. Takes at least 2. That was an easy catch, but they let it drop. Once again. Oh, but can he get it fast enough to get it to third? No, but he goes home! He's got the fire gun. He gets the haze off. He's going home with this. Travis using the cheap styles I know I can win base stealing techniques, which is a perfectly valid base stealing technique. It's not one some of the teams around here would partake in, but it's still legitimate. I can't risk missing a home run of the Unstoppables if it happens, Bobo. There's never an easy catch if you're an M-Cycle. That's true. No matter what, if they catch it, you know they worked for it. Oh, like that. Almost gets the triple play. Can they keep the score under 20? Not yet. That barely touched the ground before he managed to scoop it up. And that's out of here. Their score is now 22-0. And of course, Morgan wants to add insult to injury. Almost didn't get it out of there, though. They're using all their CPU power for correcting for all the small disturbances to their... Though to be fair, maybe they're just... Their bottom halves are just glorified segways. Drops it on purpose so that Mysterious JG gets in a fight here. Like, Tootsie has pissed off some of his teammates and they just want him to keep getting in fights. He manages to make a comeback here against JG, though, despite the Iron Glove. Limits them to 10 runs that inning. Hazel, looking to turn this around, gets in a fight. Can she get close enough to putt stop? No. Lethal just gets enough of that ball to get a single. Pudra's up. He's just swinging at anything. Almost gets Lethal tagged out on a double play, but luckily turned back in time. Fortunately, the next hit is just a little pop-up to the pitcher. And that's the top of the 8th out of the way. JG and their team is going to look to extend their lead here, or their lead. Nobody knows why they're going to look to do that, but they are. Grimmeth here, laying the smackdown on Iron Glove Bobo. Just wasn't close enough to the base to have enough hit points to survive his combos. One last fight to end the inning, maybe? No, Green takes the first hit. He gets a double combo off, but doesn't get the 3 hits he needs in each of the combos to manage to take White out. I'm Schultz. Looking to get on base is willing to swing at anything remotely hittable. That might be out of the park. Thanks for the confirmation. That one definitely is. StoneCon caught out, though, ending the inning. So what are we up against here? 27. It's not over until the fat robot sings. For some reason, Green tries to make a run for this. There is no way White's going to let you past. Even the AI can't keep up with the speed of JG's fastball. You almost need to start swinging as soon as he lets go of it. Or else you just get some crappy ting off the ball that just goes nowhere. The problem is Green was right. White did remember those 100 World Stories. And Green screwed White over several times in that. Pirate asked if they should pay back the other players. They said yes, and it took experience away from White. And there were mean tricks played by all. That is the end of this game. Let's get our scores updated here. We got time for another couple here, it looks like. So, we've got Game 4. Unstoppables. 0, unfortunately. JG Mysteries. 27. Okay. There we go. We all fell for Downpan's Disguise. Yeah, that's one game that will always make it into the MS Bike stream. Let's throw a quick save in here. Spot number 4. Ooh, we had a little bit of a heart attack moment there where the game stopped responding, but it did save. We're good to go. No news yet. You know what? I should really... Let's see here. MS Bike. See what weekend this is. The bike ride itself is the 27th and 28th of July. I actually have that whole week off, I think. I'll have to double check that. Our daycare is closed around that time, so we're taking that full. I think I have the week before that off, and not the week after. Poorly planned on my part. But that means that the MS Bike ride, or the MS Bike stream, will probably be the 13th or 20th of July. So we'll see how that works out. I'll send out some sometime this week. I'll send out some messages to people with some dates and see how they work out and see what we have going on. Let's get back into this though, because we need to get these games in time. And unfortunately for the fatalities, it's their time to play against the JG Mysteries. Looking to make these quadruplets of score twins. Let's see here. Fatalities. We have Alex Tollpanzer up playing. I believe that's all the players on fatalities. I always forget. Yep. On the JG Mysteries, of course, we have JG Mystery, what's his name, in lights 3 times, Kraken, Bobo, Mr. Schultz, StoneCon, and Travis. And after this one, we'll definitely be looking at the stats to see who is where. I meant to look last time. I forgot to. I suppose it is, Bobo. I suppose it is. An open calendar. The catcher just can't keep up with the balls as they go foul here. Out. Caught out. Oh, managed to catch him out. And I think that's going to be another one. Yep. It's no mystery why this team is so good. It's the money. Why is my CRT on? Ugh. What a waste of hydro. Ooh, that's going out of here. I was getting ready to skip it, but it's early in the game. I forgot they haven't gotten any points yet. It's just their first one. A couple of balls here. They're scared to pitch to Bobo. Oh, and I can see why. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm hoping to see some familiar faces and some new faces, and you know, I haven't been on Mixer in a while, but hopefully some of the people that are normally hanging out there more than they hang out over here come over for something as momentous as the charity bike stream. I think some people are probably just like, oh, Zerfall left. I don't know where he went. He probably stopped streaming and don't realize that I've moved over here. What's ball left? There's still people on Mixer. What's his name? Well, there's people that I knew from only Mixer that are still on Mixer for sure. And there's a couple of people that still just happen to stream over there instead. That I'm a little surprised I haven't seen around other spots, but maybe we're not following each other on Twitter is why. Bobo, I've checked. There's no one left on Smashcast, aka Hitbox. It was funny because Hitbox was one of those ones that let you monetize right away. And I did it just so I could have some emojis. And one time someone subscribed and stayed subscribed so long that I was one subscription away from getting a payout from them. So I ended up subscribing to myself under a different account so that I could just get the payout. Like, it cost me $5 to subscribe, American, to get my $25 payout. So I was like, I guess it's worth it. You could be king of Smashcast very easily. You just got to convince 40 people to show up, and now suddenly you're their whale that they're going to want to do whatever it takes to keep you on. Although I think they just paid for everything for so long that they're like, you know what, we might as well keep running this. We're just recouping losses now. Did you see that delay? Oh, but he gets in past the gunfire, or the fire gun, and just smacks him around a bit. Jones takes M. Schultz out, Mr. Schultz. Looking to finally put an end to this inning. There we go. $12 points off the hop. This could be the highest scoring game yet. We'll see how it goes. JG showing off his fanciest of pitches. He's got to put it over the plate now. He's throwing a little bit of a curveball in here, though. It's not enough to stop Stone Con catching the ball, and he manages to get onto base. And they managed to make it a one animation game. They've gotten 12 points. And they just can't get the double play for all they're trying. A big pop-up manages to drop the ball just enough to get everybody's hopes up. Then Warren comes up to bat. Hits a foul. He's just swinging at everything. Although, it looks like they've managed to load the bases. They need a home run here, because I know if they just hit it somewhere, it's not going anywhere. Catcher's up, and oh, that foul. Oof. Oh, Bobo, you're absolutely right. I was thinking just from their side of point of view. It really is too bad they didn't manage to hit that. They spent all their money on this laser gun on second base, and they're not ending up getting any fights there. Oh, he's going home with it. There's going to be a fight. Roberts is one of the best combat catchers that they've got. You can't get in a fight with him unless you're willing to go all out with your special weapon. Is the special weapon the one you buy, or the one that you come built in with? I don't know. It depends on how good your weapon is that you bought. Travis bringing the fire gun. Oh, Travis manages to get the bop off first. And Roberts goes down. Somehow there wasn't a fight on third base there. It does look like he didn't get there in time. Bobo, a little pop-up here. Ooh, accidentally gets caught out. Not on purpose at all. They managed to keep it to 1 that inning. Where was that last inning, guys? You gotta play like that every inning if you want to be in the big leagues. Your shredded grape gum is gonna be taken away. Oh, so everything's special. Jeez, Bobo. I didn't realize you were a millennial. I'm kidding. The millennials aren't the ones that decided everything was special. It was the generations before them that told them that. So it makes sense. Oh, that is going out of here. Question is, how many of those are we going to see this inning? Oh, look at him just stand there and let it drop. Yeah, their innings are so short, it's hard to realize that they're already over when the next home run happens. Can he get Stone Con to swing at one of these? Ah. Full count. Will he catch it? No, he won't. You literally have to hit the ball just shy of the... Oh, he couldn't get the bounce off. Roberts is getting spun. If they hit the ball just shy of the wall, even bad fielders will catch it. But unfortunately, if you don't hit it far enough, that they just can't help but catch it. They end up standing just too far. A fielder too far. That's why the extra fast ones end up getting caught out more often, because the bot thinks it's going to land further up or something. Right down the line, he manages to get under it. That is a triple play. The main runner had run, first and from first had run all the way to third almost by the time they caught the ball. Panzer just manages to get it down to the ground before the right fielder picks it, catches it. Oof, that is very lucky. That would have been a double play for sure. It was in the air just long enough to let the first base runner get a little too far away. And the only thing that kept them safe was the fact that the first baseman was the one that caught the ball. And then he threw it to himself. I guess that's not the first baseman, it's the second baseman. And he's just always where he needs to be. Mysterious JG. Tired from batting so many times this game. Hits a foul and then doesn't get it anywhere close to being out of the park. All of the JG mysteries are running into this problem where they just have to bat so many times. The wear and tear on their gears and their belts. It's terrible. Hey, Overload Darkworth. Wolf, how's it going? Outside of causing a forfeit is pretty low. The fatalities, I think the most they've gotten in an inning so far has been 5 runs, and today has not been kind to them. And their combat hasn't been kind to them so much either, but this time they do take a whiteout. And the JG Mysteries tend to heal their robots up quite fully between rounds. And that comes down just shy of a home run. Couldn't egg him on into running for third for a fight, but that might have worked out for the best. Hey, you got something like that to compare it to. Everything will always seem like it's going fine. Can't get it home fast enough, and don't bother to throw it to second. Sometimes you got to cut your losses and let the runner go home and catch him out at second. Oh man, they just can't get under the ball. So many chances at double plays here, but they just keep letting it drop. Just catch it. There you go. That ends the inning. And the slaughter. Worst inning since the first, but it could have been even worse. Oof. 2 up, 2 down. What's going to happen with Alex here? GG trying to get his guys a chance to rest a little bit, throws a ball. The inning's already over. It's time for them to start swinging again. That is going to stay in the field, but is anyone going to get under it? No. Why would they? I feel for the AI on this because this is how my AI fielders tend to field. We've given them some upgrades today, but we'll see if those actually pay off. Sorry, I was a little distracted there for a second. Almost let an animation play. Alright, Stanley, what do you got? Oh, he's got him in the butt bounce overdrive here. Most of the time, his crazy humanoid legs work out pretty good. You see him hold on to that? He just wants to give... Oh, maybe it is a plan. You can only do as much damage as the hit point bar, for the most part. They're trying to make sure he's got more hit points to take away. Unfortunately, because so many people are going to go be heading home, they're going to get free upgrades anyways, free health pack bonuses. Hey, sometimes the ball drops to the ground. Sometimes there has to be some human intervention into the AI's programming. That's going to land right in between them. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't. Man, that was not looking good. That's a pretty good hit. It's going deep, but not deep enough. He goes for the run anyways. Can he get the spin off? He does. And he manages to keep away from getting checked just enough. Yeah, the weapons are not a good investment here for the Fatality. I mean, I guess maybe they're trying to live up to their name here. They got one of the best weapons in the game, but unfortunately they only have one of them, and that's not enough to carry. So there's going to be some serious upgrades on the JG Mysteries next time we face them. This might not go the best. Oops. The one team that's put a stop to them so far has not done so more than once. Or has anyone ever put a stop to them? I guess only me. Yeah, and I missed off on one, so... Oh, jeez, he just chewed through green there. Oh, man, I just keep hitting this microphone. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sure that's annoying. I've played 2 games against them so far, and I've won 1 and lost 1. Bobo trying to use his... Get on the inside and use his special attack. Unfortunately, get too close to an M cycle, and they start pressing B. Hey, they managed to stop them from advancing their lead anymore this inning. And thank goodness, because it's already after midnight. Perhaps the only reason why the JGs didn't score better is because they've started to let it all hang out. Let's see how green does here. Not so hot. And that's the end of that inning. Well, we've got 2 more of those to go through. And of course, try to send it to some home run animations. The JG Mysteries want to get above 30 again. Trying to beat their 32 score from last time. Or from earlier today, I should say. And another home run. Nothing is impossible if you put your mind to it. Oh, speaking of robots, people might find this a little bit amusing. How did he not catch that? That makes no sense. Must have hit the back wall just before he grabbed it. Little Zerfina has gotten to the point where she likes drawing. She's not so good at it yet. But she always insists that we draw with her. And lately, she's been asking for robots a lot. She just wants people to draw robots. It's been incredibly cute. Anything's a word if enough people say it. Oh, he just missed that one. Oh. Is he gonna get home in time? No, no fights. I mean, that's how words get added to dictionaries all the time, right? Like, they have their words of the year. Oh, these are the words that weren't words before, but now they are. Or are used in a new meaning. And it's always something dumb like planking. And planking isn't just the side of a ship anymore. It's now when you lay down all stiff. Oh, he got in too close. He should have said hey again. If Wit had thrown out a second hey, that would have been the end of him. But the pause, the hesitation in it, allowed Roberts to get his... The Dreadcatcher Roberts to get his butt bounce combo going. He gets just the right amount of strength there that it causes them to hit it right to the second baseman, it seems. Every time. When he throws a straight on pitch, it's just fast enough to make the AI hit it off center and out to the right amount. And it looks like we have one last inning of JG's crazy OP power time fun. See how many runs they get here. They're at 37 so far. Diamond Cutters watching from the sidelines, hoping beyond hope. Although that hope is starting to flutter up a little bit more. Is it true? Will they not get more than 37 points? It all depends on if the fatalities magically score 37 points now. Panzerwagen. It's an armored wagon. It's an armored Volkswagen. Baker's looking to just get in some good haze before the end of the game, but unfortunately just gets completely decimated. Literally by the first baseman. And in the FJ game here, we have fatalities lost 37-0. And you know what? I'm not going to update the scroll chart here because it is after midnight. It is a work night. I should be calling this a little earlier here. So we're going to go ahead and set up a raid here. Who's live right now? It looks like, you know what? Hungry Goria here. I know she's playing some Super Metroid. If you guys are into that game, you can check it out. Check it on out. Who else is live right now? Yeah, I don't think most of the audience here wants to watch a French Canadian playing Castlevania, so that is probably our best bet. Go ahead and hit this raid button. And keep an eye out tomorrow. I'm hoping to get another stream in. I'll be on monitor duty, but hopefully it will work out okay. Depends on how little Zerfina's feeling. She's been sick lately, so she sleeps more but then wakes up grumpier. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and maybe see you over at Hungry Goria's channel.